lined up on the left side. It's the pitch to Johnson. He gets outside. He's in! Mario Johnson! 2-point conversion! The Warriors are on! Unbelievable! 22 points! 16 seconds!
Steve was fabulous. He was
He's a good guy.
All right, welcome to Coach's Corner. Here we are back again with Adrian Machado, head coach of the Shrewsbury Colonials boys basketball team. And of course, Nick and Bobby, and I'm John Maspero. Welcome. Coach, how's it going?
It's going all right.
No home games.
No, we played 2 home games right now.
That was a month ago.
Huh?
That was a month ago.
Yeah, it was over a month ago.
You know, but we have 4 coming up right now, so hopefully we get some home cooking and get the season turned around, going in the right direction.
You said you were young. What's the makeup like?
Well, right now I think we have 3 seniors. I want to say maybe 5 juniors, and then we have at least 5 or 6 sophomores that are playing. 3 of them are getting good minutes, and the other 2 are kind of going JV varsity. But the future looks bright. But like I tell my guys, that doesn't do anything for my seniors. So we got to try to figure it out right now, so our seniors can have a pretty solid senior year.
It's always hard. It's always hard to. And I don't want any of the kids to take offense to this, but it's hard to win with the young kids.
Yeah.
Unless they're 6'9" and you know can shoot lights out.
John West.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Jimmy Diamantopoulos always said you win with seniors, right?
No, definitely. And then right now, I think our seniors are starting to figure it out. Scott Hannum, one of my captains, is starting to get back in rotation, getting some quality minutes back starting, and he's someone that we trust with the basketball right now, and hoping that, like I said, being at home, we get it going. Jason Nixon had a phenomenal game yesterday. He had like 16 points, 18 rebounds, and like 6 or 8 block shots. He had a very good game. So, we're trending in the right direction. So we're hoping that, like I said, we take care of home.
Yep. How about the JVs? How are the JVs doing?
JVs are doing pretty well. Lee's doing a great job. We have a very good JV team. Our JV team.
Even though you've got 5 sophomores?
Yes. Our sophomore class is probably our strongest class right now. We have a good freshman point guard that's over there working, Drew Vincigari, and then we have
He's a good athlete.
Yes, definitely. We have Max Perez is playing with me and playing JVs. He scored 24 in the JV game yesterday. So we have a lot of solid basketball players down there, and the future is bright.
Is there a freshman team too?
Yes.
How are they?
They're struggling.
Oh yeah, that's
Bobby Corzine.
Corzini. Yeah.
We have, and I honestly say this, I don't think there's a staff in Central Mass or in the state that's more experienced than what we have. On my bench, I have myself, and we picked up Mike Mercury, who's a head coach in Neshoba last year. He's now my head assistant, and Coach Nawasaki obviously has been with me since I've coached, and Rob Ashton. JVs, we have Lee Dymo, who's doing a phenomenal job, and then Bobby Corzini.
Are they ranked?
Who?
The JV team?
Yes.
I gotta ask you.
Oh yeah, they're ranked all right. No, I don't know.
So I got a story. We always kid Lee about if the game was within 5 points, it's coaching. If it's outside of 5, then you made no difference.
Yeah.
No,
So I said to him the other night, he came, you guys were playing Wachusett.
Yeah.
And he came, he didn't stay for the varsity game. He came, I said, how'd you do? He said, well, we were winning by 8, but I told him to back off because I only wanted to win by 5.
Well, I think he won by. I think he won by 5. I think he won by that yesterday.
Oh, did he again?
Yeah, it was a close
Yeah.
game. So, but like I said, he's got some studs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love him.
Oh,
He's
he's great.
one of our
I
favorites.
love to give him. I've been giving him a hard time.
Yeah,
Remember when he coached the freshmen?
Yeah.
I used to tell him he was nationally ranked.
Listen, I've known him since he was a 3rd grader.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we go way back. So he's definitely, like I said, he's the face of Shrewsbury. I know
Yeah,
Jay
yeah.
Costa's athletic director. He does a phenomenal job. But Lee, having played and coaching 3 sports and
right.
always around the kids, and he's a guidance counselor. He does so much for our program. Lucky to have him.
That's
Yeah,
good.
really.
Now, how about the middle school? Are you involved at all in them?
I don't see. I know Danny. Danny runs the same stuff that we do. Danny Waite does a phenomenal job. They're doing okay this year. They're not as talented as they were last year, but Danny, like I said, Danny gets those kids playing hard a lot, and like he's gonna win. He wins more than he loses. I know last year he had a stud team, and that's why our
You're-
younger teams
yeah,
are
the
so
freshmen,
so
sophomore,
good,
yeah.
and we're not losing. Like right now with St. John's having that that middle school
Oh,
program.
right,
So
right.
most of the kids that are leaving Oak are coming to Shrewsbury.
Mm-hmm.
So years past, TJ Power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're losing TJ Powers or the big
We can
kid
go
right
back
now.
even further than that.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Back
Oh,
to-
trust me, even when we were with Ryan Stowe, we were 17 and 3. St. John's was 17 and 3.
Yeah.
Their starting lineup had 4 kids that lived in Shrewsbury, and our starting lineup obviously all lived in Shrewsbury.
right,
so that team put all those kids together.
Yeah,
and,
they're an
what,
all-star
what
team.
are you going to have?
Yeah.
So, but
Can I ask, so, it's been a couple of years since we've had you on because of the pandemic,
COVID
and
and
it's
everything
been
else,
so. Prior to that, things have changed a little bit with the makeup of who you're playing.
Yes.
And now you're playing all the statewide teams, and who are some of the teams that are on your schedule that you haven't played yet, or who have you played? I know you said
Waltham.
Waltham.
Oh, Waltham.
Yeah, we played Waltham this year. Last year we played Wellesley, which Brad Stevens' kid was on the team, which is actually pretty cool to see them. We played this year Acton Boxborough. We picked up. So those are the teams that we have. Most of the other teams are kind of upper echelon Division I teams from Central Mass. You can't play, like years ago we used to cross with Midwatch B. So Groton
Right, right.
Dunstable.
You could play Westboro.
Yeah, we still play Westboro.
Oh,
We
you
don't
do?
play Marlboro or Groton Dunstable
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh, okay.
We don't play, some of the
Neshoba?
Yes, we don't. We play Neshoba this year. We don't play Shepherd Hill.
Okay.
But Neshoba is like a powerhouse Division II team. So like it's not you don't. It's kind of
Yeah.
dumb what they're doing. To be quite honest with you, North High, for example. North High is by far the best team in the state. They beat Newton North, who was
Yeah,
number 1,
right,
knocked them
right,
off.
right.
On Sunday, they beat Lawrence, who was number 1.
They did
knocked
beat
them off.
Lawrence?
Yeah, they beat Lawrence, and North High still ranked 6th.
Really?
So like it's all favored towards Boston,
Yeah.
and I have no problem saying that. I think they need to do a better job. I think we, the coaches, need to get more involved in the makeup of how they're ranking the teams from Central Mass, because it's mind-boggling.
Isn't
that
it, though, Adrian, isn't it a formula they go by?
Yeah,
Where
that
it's a
favors-
power rankings and who you play and if.
Yeah, but what
the
he's
schedule.
saying is, the teams out in Boston, there's a gazillion Division I teams,
Yeah.
and in Central Mass, there isn't,
No.
right?
So-
There's
yeah,
only
but-
7. I want to say there's only 7. I mean, Doherty, in the Midwatch A, it's just us, Algonquin, and Wachusett that are Division I. All the rest of them are Division II, like Leominster's Division II, Shepherd Hill's Division II, all those teams that are
See,
Fitchburg's
so when you
Division
play
II.
them, you don't get as many
You don't get as
points.
No,
many
you don't.
points.
You don't.
And then, in the inner high, it's just Doherty and North, right?
But isn't
Where
that?
is
isn't
the Red
that-
School? Where are they ranked?
Who?
How do they
They're not.
play into it?
They're not.
They're 4-7, but somehow in the top 32. So, but
Are they
I'm
in
not-
different? Are they Division One or?
They're Division I, but they do play. Like I give credit to them. They do
They
play.
play
in-
all
in
the- all
all
And
those
Catholic
big time.
Memorial
Yeah.
and BC High and all
Like
those.
last
teams.
year, they
Bavarian.
mysteriously got in last second, but it just
But isn't it a responsibility of the teams in Central Mass to go play those teams?
yeah no. But
I mean,
but
North could schedule.
they do.
to
North,
play
yeah,
them.
but North does. North does.
So
but
why aren't they ranked higher?
Because they have to play Burn Cove. They have to
But
play
why?
Main South.
That's why I'm asking. Why do they have to play them?
Because I
Oh,
guess
the inner high
the inner
league.
high league, which I
They
think
still
is
have that.
bogus because they should not have the league anymore
No,
because
no.
you don't get a bid for winning your league.
Right.
Well,
So-
do we still have the Midwatch A League?
We play Midwatch A teams.
So we
but
got Wachusett twice, Algonquin twice.
Yeah.
Who else?
So those
Who else?
are Fitchburg twice and Leominster twice.
yeah.
So,
So,
but when
yeah.
you're playing the Division II teams that are really good, it helps you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
like if you knock off a Neshoba,
Yeah.
Shepherd Hill,
Well,
a
It's
just
Leominster
like football.
Friday,
Right, right.
It's
you
just
get
like-
points for that.
It's just
Right.
like football.
Yeah.
But you have to go like the football. I think I scheduled. I think their schedule is going to beef up next year. Hockey. Put it this way: hockey is pretty much at Shrewsbury. Said, okay, we're playing anybody, everybody,
right.
and anybody, no matter where, and the coaching staff does a great job, and they go.
Yeah,
So that's
right,
what we
right.
have to start
Yeah,
doing
right.
as well. But they have
But
to
it's
give
hard
us-
to
It's
do
like the
that.
girls' team. The girls' team plays all over the state.
Yeah, yes.
With the girls hockey team.
Girls'
Yes.
hockey team, yeah.
But
But
it's
I'm thinking-
hard,
yeah.
hard for basketball, like yourself,
Yeah.
because you're restricted. You have 8 games that are locked into
Yeah.
Central Mass teams, and St. John's, so that's 9.
Yep, and so you gotta
So,
find 11
yeah,
games,
yeah.
and then, you know, you still
And
have
you
to.
play Westboro, that's
you have
10.
to play Westboro,
So you don't
'cause-
have a lot of leeway to go play the
No.
top-ranked teams out in Eastern Mass or even Western Mass.
No, but Jay's been doing a
Yeah,
good
no,
job.
I know that.
You know, we're getting us different
I
games, like
understand that, but you
Waltham
don't have
twice.
as many opportunities to
Yes.
play them.
Yeah, you're
Those
right.
guys,
If
those
you
teams
were-
are playing 18 out of their 20 games are against high-end Division I teams.
Yep.
In Eastern Mass. We, if we do a great scheduling job, may get 7 or 8 of those games instead of 18.
So what you're saying is, even if you were 8-0 right now,
Yeah.
you might not even be in that
I'll
top
probably wanna be
32.
in top 32.
Yeah, see?
But we'd get in
But
just
see,
because
that's
you win
not
10
right.
games. No, it's not.
I
Oh,
agree
sorry,
with
10, So
him.
you
Yeah.
have like playing games.
Yeah, no, so my thing, and I say this, what makes Boston teams that much, like, why is it like they get more points for playing Boston teams? Like, are they really that much better than the Central Mass team? Because the Central Mass teams are now playing the Boston teams.
I think-
And North beat
Right.
both of them.
I know that,
So-
but I think as
Good
a
point.
whole,
That's
I
a good
think
point.
you take the top 50 teams in the whole state,
Yeah,
30 of them are gonna be Eastern Mass. You know, at least
but
30.
I'm gonna say it again, why? What makes it that,
Because-
how is that formulated? Because they're playing each other, they're not playing all the
Right,
teams from Central
right.
Mass. So until they have a cross and
Which they
we
do
all
at
stop
the end,
playing.
that's the playoffs.
Yep, and no, but when they have like in season and they say Wachusett plays them, well, how's Wachusett doing against them? If
Right,
Wachusett's
right.
beating them, Leominster is beating them, North is beating them.
Are they beating them?
This year Wachusett is somewhat down because of Tucker going to he went to
down,
college,
yeah,
so
right.
you know he's down a little bit, but they beat us twice. So Tommy does a phenomenal job. So they're gonna get their wins 100% once they get the nucleus going and
Right,
up and running
right,
again.
right,
yeah.
But like I said, I just think that they just give too much emphasis towards the Boston.
I don't know what the solution is, Adrian, because they're playing
Yeah.
Division I teams most of the year, whereas we are not.
So we should play. They should. All the Division I teams in Central Mass should be playing all teams.
But
all
how
the
many
teams in Boston.
Division I teams are in Central Mass? You just said it, not many.
8 maybe.
Yeah, they got 38 of them.
Yeah.
So
40
I think
of them.
he's agreeing with you.
No, I know.
And
Yeah.
I think what he's saying is, even though maybe this is a sore point with a lot of people in Central Mass,
Yeah, definitely is.
get rid of the mid-watch.
Right.
Because you
Allow
got
them
Division
to
I
play-
and 2
right,
teams in
right,
there.
right. I agree.
Yeah.
But
agree with
you know, some of the things that are happening that's kind of sad is that some of the Division I teams that could be Division I are bidding to be Division II because they don't
So
want to do
they
that.
could- they have the choice
so some
of
of the
doing
teams that are borderline Division I are saying, you know what, can we just get
Play
away with
down.
go Division II? I'm like, why? Why wouldn't you want? To
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
being the
yeah.
Division I state champion
Yeah, yeah.
is the ultimate,
The ultimate-
championship.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I respect all the other divisions, 4s, 5s, 6s. That's great. The Division 6 championship is not the same as the Division I championship. I don't care how you put it.
Absolutely.
You know
It's
what I
true.
mean? It just is what it is.
What's North? Is North Division
Division
I?
I. Oh,
They are.
Yeah. So, but,
They're that good, huh?
No, they're really good.
They're very good,
They're
yeah.
very good. But like I said, our team, we're young. We're 2-6, but I honestly feel, as a head coach, and I talked to my guys, we did a lot of good things yesterday. I honestly think that kids are starting to believe in each other, trending in the right direction. 100%.
Yeah, right.
And it starts with the 2 kids that are coming on pretty soon. That they're the 2 captains along with Cayman, and they got to make sure that these kids hold their team accountable. And that's accountability.
Yep.
For myself, I need to be held accountable for decisions I make, but they need to be held accountable for making sure the teammates come to play every day.
Yeah, it gives something else to play for.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. We've kind of switched around a little bit, and we brought on the 2 captains. Point guard, the 1 right here, Scott Hannum, and next to him, Jackson Handley. He's the shooting guard. So we got the 1 and the 2. And who was it that couldn't be here?
Jack Kamen.
Jack Kamen. He's
He's
sick,
homesick.
right?
Yeah, he left home. He left school I think midway through the day, and they informed me that he wasn't feeling well.
Okay,
You
we'll
guys-
hopefully get them back for Friday.
You guys, small, only 3 seniors, huh?
Yeah.
Did
No, we
y'all?
have 4. We have
Four seniors,
Four
2
seniors.
players.
Yeah, he always, every time
There's 16
we
of them.
ask him.
We have
There's
4
16 of
seniors, 4 seniors, 6 sophomores, 6 juniors.
Yeah.
How many did we have last year?
Who-
9, 10
you're-
seniors?
You 2, Jack, and who's the 4th senior?
No, he's a sophomore.
I'm a
Yeah.
sophomore.
Oh, you're a sophomore.
Yeah. Sophomore captain.
We have
Wow.
He's a sophomore captain?
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah, really.
That doesn't happen too
Yeah,
much.
that.
No offense to you, but it doesn't happen
Yeah,
too
really.
much.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
So who were the other two seniors?
Cam, Scotty, Jason,
Jax.
and,
Oh, Jason.
and Jax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So yeah, there's 4, and then 6 and 6, but there's 16 kids on the team.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not, I'm not.
Yeah,
Need more jerseys.
Yeah.
I know, every time I ask you, you never remember, you always say, every
Yeah.
time we have you on, oh geez, you always put me on the spot.
we should have you name them when you.
I know,
Name all the players. He does. He knows them all. I think Scotty knows most of them. But he would be able to list them.
He would
and
tell you everyone what
phone
class they had and
numbers.
all,
Shoe
shoe
everything.
size.
That's a good
everything.
captain.
All right, big time.
All right, so talk to me, you two, where'd you start? Where did you start playing basketball? We'll go with you first.
Well, I started just in my backyard. I think first grade maybe. Just me and my brother always just been shooting hoops. I really started taking it more seriously around 5th, 6th grade. Didn't
Travel
make the middle,
team?
Yeah, just little leagues. I didn't make the middle school team. I think I broke my elbow during tryouts, but at the time of tryouts, and then freshman year made the freshman team. Sophomore year made JV. Junior year made JV, then got pulled up halfway through the year to varsity, and then.
You know Michael Jordan got cut from his
Yeah.
high school team?
Quite an accomplishment. He's
That's right.
got to be named captain, having played half a year only in varsity.
I will say something about Scotty. I told him at the beginning he wasn't happy with it when he was a junior. He says, he took the demotion, played JVs, played hard, ended up being a starting guard the last 3 or 4 games of the season, games that we had to win. We were fighting to get in.
I
He
remember
gave
when
us the
he came
best.
up, yeah.
He gave us the best chance of winning, and then It takes a lot, for someone to sit there and tell you, you're not gonna do what you want to do, and he took it and he persevered, and now he's doing great.
That's awesome.
That's great. Congratulations.
All right, Jackson, how about you?
With me, no one in my family besides like my uncles ever really played basketball. Like my parents were never big on it, but I just started like with rec leagues. I never really took it serious until honestly like 8th grade. 8th grade I started playing like AAU. And then that like really challenged me. Like I was scared to go to practices. And, like it was just rough. Like with him being there, it was hard. He was just yelling, all that.
He doesn't
Coach
yell.
Pepper-
He doesn't
He doesn't yell. Come on.
I've never heard him yell.
Listen, you
How
guys
many
say Mayo?
times? How many times have you taken the tie
No,
off
because
this
I've
year?
gone this year with the Shrewsbury polo
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah,
calmed
all
down
the
a
time.
little
tie.
He's calm
And
down.
We used to have we had a pool.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Jackson.
And there was an over-under, too.
Over
He may be calm. You may think he's calm.
the time of the game where the tie would come off, it would be end of the first quarter, start of the second quarter, sometimes
Halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah.
We used
Sometimes
to-
before the game started.
We used to have a
huddle.
pool. We used to have a pool.
Yeah, yeah. We used
He
to
never made it to
gonna
the
do
end
it.
of the game with a tie, did he?
I don't think so.
Let me tell you this though. He thinks I was hard. He had to play for Al Petway.
Oh,
Al Petway yells, I think, louder than I do.
Yeah, huh?
You know what I mean? He's a little bit more demonstrative.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he had
He's a
both
he's a
of
little
us.
smaller too.
Yeah, he's a little smaller.
Yeah,
so,
he's smaller,
yeah,
That's true.
But he from where he was when I first saw him in the 8th grade, he tried out for our basketball team, which was Team
didn't make
United at the time. He didn't make the
middle
better
school?
team. The AAU program. That I
Oh,
ran.
the AAU
And
when you
then-
were in 8th grade, yeah.
And then he was called up by Al Petway, and then he's been ever since then. He's improved. He's all about it. He works hard. They both work on their craft. Jackson works out a lot with Kevin Petway, who's a phenomenal skills instructor, and he's made himself into the player that he is right now, which he still has to grow a lot. But his leadership skills are second to none
That's
out of the
awesome.
captains I've had. His communication is remarkable.
So you played on the freshman team last year and,
I
and
was
then
on JV.
JV last year, and then
and
you
Kevin
got pulled,
Petway, just to add to that, he's gotten me so much better. I'm
Yeah,
extremely thankful for him.
and then you got pulled up to varsity in your sophomore year.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
Summer league went pretty well too, like the Crompton Summer League.
Yeah.
I feel like we were really young. Like I remember our last game of the season, we played North. I think we started. It was me, him, 2 other sophomores and a junior.
And it was the same North team that.
Yes.
Same North
Yeah.
team. Like we played super hard. Like we still lost in the end, but like it was. I thought
gave
it was
him a
great.
game.
We
Yeah,
gave
it
him
was
a great
definitely a
game.
game. I
It was a
was there.
great game.
It's his most painful experience.
Yeah.
As a coach, I can't say anything.
No, you
I just
can't,
sit
you
there.
can't,
I don't
right?
say anything. And they know. I don't. I sit there and I'm
Yeah,
just,
but that's the rule,
Yes,
right?
it's
You
rule.
can't coach some
Can't
of it.
coach, can't say
Yeah.
anything. So I'm sitting there and you go like that, you go like this, and all you can do is cheer them on. Obviously, great job and things of that nature. But it's
I bet you the tie
difficult.
came off in that game.
Short, hey, the t-shirt, the tank top came off. No one wants to see that, so I left that on. So, but like I
Hulk
said,
Hogan, take it ripping off.
but they're definitely good leaders. As tough it is right now because we're on a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah.
It's easy to I want to say last week we had a practice and I think it was on MLK Day. The girls came in and they think they had a game, or it could have been Sunday. I think it was Sunday. Long story short, you get there, I get there in practice. These guys are already stretched out. They're warming up. They're already doing their drills. They're getting after it. They're communicating. Like, they come to work every day. It's a fun group to coach. They're great kids. They're great kids, and I know that's going to translate into wins. I'm 100% sure.
Yeah.
That's
No
gonna translate
freshmen
to
on the
wins.
team? I didn't hear anything.
No.
No.
That's
Two
unusual.
freshmen,
You
yeah.
always seem like you got one.
Well, one's on the way, maybe. We'll
Okay.
see. 3 of them are on JVs. Vincent Gary, who plays football.
Yeah.
I want Will.
Will
I
Tonelli.
want Will.
Will Tonelli's a big kid. He's a heck of a he's the one that I'm thinking about that's probably earning his stripes.
How big?
He's 6'4",
Oh, that's
Big
great.
kid.
big kid, but he's not
Yeah.
a 6'4". He's not a 6'4" skinny kid. He's a 6'4", like he's
a
strong.
beef.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
some beef.
strong and
He plays really hard.
he plays hard. He communicates, and then the other freshman on JV is Vinny. So there's 3 freshmen on
Vinny what?
JVs.
See, you have no
Got-
clue.
got the
Yeah,
air.
no, I put him on the spot.
I knew.
Vinny was fine.
Gauthier, I think.
See, did you know his last name? I told you, he knows everything.
Thank
You know.
You know what? Every time we have him on, why don't you come on?
Sit right here. But and they're all 3 are playing a lot for Lee. So so like I said, we're sophomore, junior. The future is bright, but we want to win now for this guy. You know what I mean? We want to make sure he goes out on a high note.
Well,
It's
we,
hard-
we
it's hard
know
for-
we've got your back. We
Yeah.
do. Our guys, and
Yeah.
you know, we plan on coming out and doing one of your games, maybe a couple of games for you
That'd be
guys.
great.
And broadcast.
We have a
live.
lot. We have a lot of home games left.
Yeah.
Because
Are they
we're
still
playing
using that camera?
Yes,
The
Huddle
Huddle
Focus.
Yeah.
But we have like I said, Coach Mercury. I don't know if you guys will definitely agree. He's been immense for our program.
Oh, he's great.
He's unbelievable. I mean, the players definitely love having him. He does all the camera stuff and all the stuff on Huddle. Because if I'm bad with names, I'm worse with electronics. I'm awful with that. So he makes sure all the films are there. The kids have it like that night. He'll text us at any time and say, hey, the game's up right now. He's already watched it. He's already broken it down. And
Do you guys study a lot of film?
Yeah.
You do.
I was watching it today.
Even today, we just watched film right before we came here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I love watching film. with
Leominster?
Coach Machado.
Yeah, who
No, we're watching
Oh, yeah.
last night's game.
Oh,
and then
last night's game.
We give
Breaking
them,
it down.
yeah, and we'll give them a link probably tonight on
Yeah.
Leominster, who they just play, Westford, so they can watch them. But my sometimes how I feel about that is I like to worry more about what we're doing
Right.
than
Mhm.
having
What
them
the other
worried
team's
about what
doing.
they're
Right,
doing
right.
because then we get caught up on what they're doing and we forget what the heck we're doing.
It's a great way to
You know what I mean?
refine your technique
Yeah.
of putting the ball in the hole
Yeah.
or passing or all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Ultimately, we had to put the ball in the
Absolutely.
basket.
Yeah,
I think we
right.
did it for the first time. Game 1, I think we scored over 50 points. I think against
55.
Yeah, and then yesterday I think was the most we scored, which was 56. We've had a hell of a time putting the ball in the basket,
Yeah, right.
and we scored 56, and we still didn't shoot the ball well.
Yeah.
So like we have so much more room for improvement. That's why I'm happy that the home cooking, we shoot at these hoops, that things are going to start.
Clicking
Keep
a
saying the
little
same
bit.
thing, clicking, trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
How is it being captains? I mean, obviously, your first year, it's different. I know, being a captain, it's a little bit different. How's it going? How are you handling it?
Well, last year, it's definitely different. You're right. Last year it was just I was a player on the team. I felt like not being a leader, it's kind of easier just going with the flow.
Yeah,
And
sitting
this
there
year-
going like this, right?
Yeah, it is a lot easier. And,
Yeah.
this year we have to take more responsibility. We have to keep track. We have to call Jason and make sure he's going to practice
Always
on
Jason.
time. Practices.
Jason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mainly just having more responsibility.
Is it hard as an underclassman to be a captain for guys that are seniors and juniors?
I mean, it was definitely a surprise. Like, I never thought I would be, like, when he told me, I was like, did he mean my junior year?
Yeah.
You know, I was like overthinking in my head, and then I asked Nate Nardelli, he's also a sophomore on the team. I was like, Nate, what do you think he meant by this? And then Nate's like, he probably meant this year. So it was such a surprise to me, but I think if you just believe in yourself, you can do it. You know. You got it.
No, he was voted captain unanimously. So was Jack Camus. We had two captains come into the season.
Yeah.
But he was just such a good communicator during the off season, and he showed so many qualities, leadership qualities, that I spoke to Jay Costa. I go, I'm going to name Jackson Hanley a third captain. So I three captains is anything over three. I think is just too many. Yeah. But I think the three of them work well. You know what I mean? Work well together. He's Mr. Text. He always, coach, what time's practice today? He'll text it. Jackson, we have practice at 6. He'll text me again, hour later, practice at 6, right? Yes, Jackson. But he just always wants to make sure that he's relaying the right message.
But you need somebody like
We have to do that with our
Oh, definitely.
I brought you to play golf today. How many times do you have to send out a reminder that we're playing?
And what course we're playing at.
Maybe we should have Jackson put Billy on his text to let him know what's going on.
And then he leads more by example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's more quiet.
He's the
but,
quiet one, yeah.
But I think now he's starting to, 8 games into the season. He only have 12 left if we don't get enough wins. So it's starting to be a little sense of urgency right now.
Starting
So
to feel it a little bit too.
You see him leading a little bit more by just more vocal as well. So it's a good mix. And then Jack Kamen, who's at home, he's been forced to play point, and he's really a 2-guard. And
so where's he playing?
He's the point as well. But beginning of the year, we had our little issues, or what have you, and then now he's back to where he needs to be, and that's making us better.
Yeah.
We're scoring more points because he's on the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now getting Jack Kamen off the ball, letting him kind of be more of a 2 helps us out. Mm-hmm. And then with him and Jack and
And
JC.
you're a 2 too?
Yeah. 2, 3, 1.
He's big.
Yeah, no, he's a big kid. And we have JC, Jack Christopher at the 2-3, and then we have Jake, who's another.
Too many Jakes, Jacks,
No,
Jacks.
We got like 10 J's.
It's unbelievable. I'm on my clip. It's funny me saying this before we go. I'm on my clipboard and I'm drawing up a play. All right, Jack Kamen, I draw Jay.
Yeah.
Jackson, you're over here, draw Jay. Jason, you're here. Jake, you're on the other side. And then Jack Christopher, 5 J's.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm looking at him like, you gotta be kidding me. Now the timeout's running short. Now I gotta say last names.
Yeah, right,
it's crazy.
right.
And we have 2 Doms.
Oh, yeah, 2 Doms.
2 Doms.
2 Jacks, 2
How many,
Jacks.
how many J's? How many J's are there?
7,
Seven.
6 or 7. 7, right? Because Chad, that's 5. Jets 6. Julian. Oh my God. There's 8. 8 J's.
Wow.
It's unheard of. But
So it's nice saying Scott. Hey,
so I know
That's the easy one, yes.
I know Scott.
No, definitely.
We're getting late here, and I have to ask you, I know it's still early, Scott, but
Yeah.
as a senior, school, have you started looking?
Well, I think I'm gonna take a gap year this year and just see about my options. Maybe just get a little job,
Okay.
get some money, and then pretty much go from there.
Nice.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I believe
Can't
me.
ask you.
I know, you're too
2
young.
years.
We'll ask you in 2 years.
2 years.
Maybe
2
next
years.
year.
Maybe
Better
next
wrap it
year,
up.
who knows? You never know. I know. Well, thank you, Coach, for coming on.
Well, thank
God,
you.
the time goes by so fast.
I'm just excited that you guys are doing this again. We're back again.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate you guys at the games, and
Thanks.
thank you for everything you guys do for our program. Across the board.
I love watching
We
you.
appreciate you too.
Get some wins. Get some wins now, all right?
We got your
All right, we'll see you next time on Coach's Corner.
Thanks again,
Dude,
brother.
you guys are great.
For the first time.